This is the Prudential Halftime Report, brought to you by Prudential, bringing strength and stability to America's families through insurance, healthcare, real estate, and financial services.
Halftime of Game 5 in Utah with the Jazz leading the Bulls 53-49. Chicago trailed by as much as 16, but finished the half on a 29-17 run. Michael Jordan, despite his flu-like symptoms, has 21 points, 17 of them coming in the second quarter, while Karl Malone has 13 to lead the Jazz, but he also has 3 fouls. Hi, everyone. Hannah Storm back in Salt Lake City. I'm joined by Charles Barkley of the Houston Rockets. And Charles, let's right off the bat here clear something up and address some sexist comments that you made during the course of the Western Conference Finals, one of them being that women should not announce men's sporting events.
You know, that was something that was, number one, it was sexist and stupid, but it was something that was said in jest. And I want to personally apologize to you and all the other women out there who do men's sports. And I want y'all to keep up the good work. But it was just something said in jest that was taken way out of context, but it was still stupid.
Now, last night we both had the opportunity to attend a preseason women's NBA game in Houston. Now, as a man, do you feel that you're qualified to comment on the new league?
Well, you know what? I tell you, I played with some guys. I would like to trade for some of them girls. You know what? I think this is something that's been needed for a long time. It's about time, and I think the league is going to be very successful. And once they get their best player back, Cheryl Swoops, I mean, Houston's going to have a terrific team. All
right, let's go to the game at hand tonight, and Chicago led by as much as 16. What's your take on the way they were able to come back into this game?
Well, I think, Phil made a subtle change. He always rests Michael at the end of the first quarter, and he didn't tonight. And I think it's the thing that hurt Utah the most. They didn't blow them out when they had an opportunity when Chicago was playing bad. But also when Karl went to the bench, that's when Chicago started making their run. And now they got to be careful because Karl has 3 fouls now. He can't pick up his 4th foul at the start of the 4th quarter or Utah might be in trouble.
At the end of the last of Game 4, John Stockton was so spectacular, took over the game in the final minutes. You guys go all the way back to the '84 Olympic trials when you were both cut from the Olympic team. But let's fast forward to the latest chapter in your history, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals.
Russell will inbound at half court. Stockton, open 3. Hit it! John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals.
John Stockton, one of the 5 best players I've ever played against. He's just awesome, plain and simple.
Why do you feel that way about him? That's pretty high praise.
Well, if you're going to be a good player, you got to be able to beat teams 2 ways. Like most guys, they might be a good scorer or something else, but to be a great player, you have to do 2 things well. He does 3 things well. Number one, he's mentally tough. He can beat you scoring, and he can beat you with assists. That really makes him a very special player. But he does all the little things. I think, Karl Malone, and there's always a debate every year about the most valuable player and who's the best player. Karl Malone's the best player on Utah, but John Stockton's the most valuable.
It's extremely disappointing the way that he ended your season there, and I know you were hoping to go to Houston and have another shot at a title. Let's talk about your future there. Next year's the final year of your contract. You're making $2 million, and in the current economic climate of the NBA, it's not exactly superstar money. So will that impact your decision to return next year?
You know what, Hannah, in fairness, that's still a lot of money. I haven't made a final decision, but I'm really leaning toward playing because I tell you what, I got the best coaching staff. The fans of Houston have opened their arms to me this entire year, and I'm thinking very seriously about playing next year because I feel like we had a good year. I mean, I don't think there's any shame in getting to the Western Conference Finals.
Do you plan on addressing the issue with Rockets management?
Well, I think we're going to meet. I think they've come to me with a couple things. But I'm not really concerned at this stage of my life. Obviously, I'm not concerned about money. I've been very fortunate and blessed, and I made a lot of money. But my major concern is, obviously, if you don't win a championship, you have to make improvements in your team. And I'm going to sit down with the owner and Coach T, because he's terrific, in the next 3 weeks and make a final decision. But right now, I'm leaning toward playing. But unless you feel, at this stage of my life, I don't feel like we can win a championship, there's no sense in playing.
Could you ever envision playing for another team if that's what it came down to?
Not really, because I got 3 houses, and it's such a pain to keep buying houses in different states. I got to slow down and try to find. I'm getting ready to build a house in Phoenix, and that's where I want to live eventually. But I got 1 year, like you say, left on my contract, and I don't plan unless they trade me. But I feel like I got a no trade clause at 34. The way I've been played the last couple of games of that series, I don't think about a trade for me anyway.
Yeah, we look at the 4 superstars in the NBA. It has to be yourself and Patrick Ewing, and here's Stockton and Malone, guys who have had Hall of Fame careers but haven't won NBA titles. What is that like? Can you put us in their shoes here?
Well, I think it's very frustrating because I don't think about it. And I know John and Carl don't think about Patrick, but people ask you about it to make you think about it. You know, it's very frustrating, but we just never been on the best team.
Okay, Charles, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you at some more WNBA games.
Thank you.
This summer. And when we return, we'll head to our nation's capital for a preview of the U.S. Open Golf Championship. But first, a message from Prudential and a word from the NBA.